When I was growing up, we all had a paper route. Not everyone, but almost everybody had a paper route. This is something that's just gone now. I mean, you would go take your papers and you would deliver them to every single house on your route, and then you would go collect them every week or every once a month. One of the kids, Tim Willis, got really smart and started doing a month at a time. I mean, that was like, wow, genius, because you didn't have to go every week. So collecting was hard, and some of these people were deadbeats, and they'd come and scream at you, and where's my, they wouldn't want to pay for the paper, and how dare you, and you're lying, and all this kind of stuff. I had an old man that really went nuts on me, and he screamed, "You're a liar," and all this, and so I was just a kid. I was 11 years old. But we all had paper routes, and these things were heavy. I mean, these bags were heavy. I mean, the paper bags, you had these big things that slouched over, across you like a paper bag, and we used our bikes, and we'd go ride them down there. And I mean, on Sunday, that sucker was that big. I mean, you'd have to come back and get more papers and bring them out. I was able to save $1,000 in a year and a half of doing that. And it was particularly hard when you went on vacation if you wanted to go away to find somebody to take over. They'd just make a mess out of it. So it was almost like you couldn't go on vacation. But at any rate, that was really great. All my friends had one. There was, Bill Balser and Greg Willis. He had a route, and I inherited a route from somebody. I forgot who it was, but the guy had been there for a long time. So I got a really good route. I remember Bill Balser complaining. He said he was supposed to have that route, and they put him up on the other side of the road, and that was a really bad route. And so at any rate, I remember Nathan Anderson and Tim Willis. We all had paper routes. Not every single one of us, but it was pretty ambitious working. But man, you could make some money doing that. And back then, of course, the papers. I mean, the Saturday be real thin because they're getting ready for Sunday, and that sucker would be really, really heavy, and you'd have to walk up to each door and put it in the door. And I'd have my wagon, I'd pull that, and I froze my hands in the winter, and they'd be freezing cold, and my parents would come by, bring up the car next to me. I mean, I was so cold. They just don't do these kind of things now. And so, at any rate, that was really my first job. And then I started working when I was 14, and my first official job with Wolverine Engineers was at 15. But these paper routes, they were really something, and they taught you so much about economics and being in business and how to get money and what you had to do to make money in the world. And it was a great job, and that's just an era that is gone forever, the paper route.